Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the farm. What a week we had last week. We had family in town. My Uncle Ken, brother Norm, my mom were all in town, and we got so much accomplished with their help. And we're going to take you guys around and show you what all got done. One of the biggest things was getting the whole yard mowed. All pigs have been moved. Some have been moved into new pens. We've got new pigs in the farrowing barn ready for some piglets. So we're gonna check everything out, but everything looks fantastic. So big thanks to them for all the help. And we're gonna start all the way in the back and work our way toward the front to see who's moved, where they're at, and who's up in the farrowing barn. Let's go check it out. Well, as you guys saw, some of us are awake. Not all the piglets are awake. Breakfast has been served, and our first stop is back here by the pond. And we've got some, well, everybody's new back here except Corey, the little Barrow. Well, I guess Phil too. So we had Phil and Molly together. We noticed that she had not taken, so what we've done is we've moved Molly out for about a week or so, and then we are gonna put her back in here with Phil. Good morning, Phil. Corey, our little Barrow who's staying, is back here. They were the only two back here, and then we decided to move Thistle in here as well. Now, Thistle has a very great demeanor and temperament, just kind of like Molly, actually. And so we think they will make a great pairing as well. So everyone has gotten used to each other. We've had a couple spits here and there with the new pigs moving in. But now it's our job, and like I said, we've got a lot of breeding pens moved together again. It is our job to try and see when pigs have been bred and try to get dates locked down. So the plan with Molly is we are going to wait probably till the end of the week, and we're going to move her back in. So total should be out almost a week and a half to 2 weeks, and then move her back in and see if that helps with the breeding. We had a lot of people excited, especially us, to see some Molly and Phil babies. So we're gonna try that pairing again and see if the time away will help them out. So for now, it's just Thistle, Phil, and Corey over there hanging out back here by the pond. Let's go check out the next pen. Good morning, Cal. Cal's been out making his round. He's chased a deer off the property this morning, making sure everybody is okay. Good morning. You'll get your breakfast in a minute. Next pen right here, we've got Ryder's pen, and this has worked out really good for us. We've had these stationary pens, and we are just moving pigs all around. You can see the last spot, kind of right here where the light grass is, where the fence was run. And now we've moved them down here. They've got a good spot. So this is Ryder. Good morning, bud. One thing I like about Ryder, sometimes the boars, when we feed, they'll push the females out, and 99% of the time he just waits for the next bull. So he's quite a good pig. So in here we've got Barb with Ryder, and we've got two Luis who just moved in with Ryder as well. I'm pretty sure we've already seen him breed Barb. So we've got that date wrote down, and we'll be looking forward to piglets there. Nothing with two Luis yet. Two Luis had weaned a litter. She had been out from that litter for about a month now. We get that question a lot, how many litters does a sow have, or when do you breed them back? A lot of people will breed them back right after they're weaned. They have a very heavy heat cycle then, and it's good to breed them back if you're looking to do that. Good morning, bud. Good morning. But we normally give them a little break, and we always tell people we usually have our sows have about 1.5 litters. So they'll have a litter of piglets in a year, and then they'll be bred back again, but they won't have their next litter until the following year. So that's why we say they have 1.5 litters. There's our other Barb, two Luis, and Ryder, and we'll just mosey right across the pasture here to the next group. And over here, this is Henry's stomping grounds. By the way, we've got all the chickens moved as well. We've got the sex links back there. doing well. The young ones are getting older, getting closer to laying eggs. Still got a little while for them. And then right behind here, where Henry is, we moved the Bielefelders to the spot where they were previously at, and they can break down that manure from the pigs in that spot, and they'll just follow Henry's group right around this barn. So he was back there, obviously we moved him up here. Next spot will be out here, and we'll just keep rotating around this barn. So Dandelion has been in here with Henry for a while. She has not been getting bred. She was with another boar and wasn't getting bred. So we'll wait to determine what's gonna happen with Dandelion. She's a great pig. Hey pig. Hi pig. She's actually Thistle's sister. Thistle was the first pig we looked way back there with Phil. So we've got Henry, Dandelion, and we've also got, this was a pairing that we just had. Man, I knew I was gonna forget names. Who do we got? Henry and I knew I was gonna forget a name. I keep wanting to say Dandelion, but that's Dandelion. Delilah. It was another D. Okay, I knew. I was thinking of her brother, Walter. This is Delilah, the pig we went out to Utah and picked up. So we've got Henry and Delilah. Hey, Delilah. I know you're a little upset I forgot your name. It's kind of hard, but I'm getting a little better at it. So there's Henry's group. We'll see what happens with Delilah. Not sure if she's taken or what's going on with that, but we've given her a chance, and we'll see if she comes back into heat. We've got another group right over here. Let's head over and check out. This is Tuck's group. Let's go check them out. All right, same thing here. This is where Tuck's group was. You can see this light mark is from the fence where it was electrifying the grass. We moved them from there to here. That happened last video, and you remember Penny was in there with him and had her babies up here. When we took her out, we didn't want to leave Tuck alone. So he's got 2 new sows in with him. This is Phyllis and Joyce, or Joyce and Phyllis. I can't remember. I think it's Phyllis and Joyce. Anyway, I saw Tuck breeding Joyce this morning, so we've got that date wrote down. You can see he's foaming. He's excited that his females are in heat. This will be first litters for both of these pigs. Phyllis here, she's actually a ginger. She was the one that had blown her coat, and it was the longest time. It looked like she had a mohawk. Well, her hair is finally starting to come back in, and she is almost looks brown, but she's a ginger, a very dark ginger. So excited. First 2 litters, you never know what to expect. Tuck is actually a ginger belted pig. He does not look like that because he's been wallowing around in the wallows, but it'll be exciting to see what they produce. So 2 first-time mamas. We've talked about this before, but just to help you guys out, when they haven't had piglets yet, they're called gilts. Once they have their first litter, they are sows. You can see she is in heat, and that is why Phyllis is checking out what is going on back there. So Tuck, Phyllis, Joyce, piglets coming. I believe, nope, we've got one more group. One more group of a boar and some sows in there. Let's go over and check them out. Good morning. Okay, our last breeding pen put together here, and this is Gordon's pen. Let me tell you what, guys, he is turning into a big old boar. It's hard to tell on camera, but he is wide and he's getting long. Hopefully we'll get some good size out of his piglets. Watch your chin there on that fence. But we've had Gordon and Josie together. Pretty sure she is bred, so we're just kind of watching and waiting. Jamie's got the date written down when she will be due, so we'll head her over to the barn as it gets closer. But we threw Smitten in here as well. Probably get a lot of the obviously high white between Gordon and Smitten. We really like the high white pigs, so we're excited about that. We got them down here to the spot with some grass, and we had the meat pig herd up in here. That's why they're not up here, but right along this edge, a lot of nuts are falling, so they have had a fantastic little snack throughout the day as they are able to eat all those nuts, and they're back on grass. They were up in the woods over there and they had cleared that area out quite nicely. So we got them back on grass here, and this spot is fantastic. So we've got Smitten, Gordon, and Josie, and you guys knew Josie was in here, and she has been bred, and so those piglets are upcoming. So one last spot that we moved, and I want to show you guys, speaking of clearing things out, in the back where we had all the sows and gilts, we've only got 4 of those left in the pen now that we've got all our breeding pairs together, and they did an amazing job cleaning that out. They're not goats, I've said that before, they're not goats, but they do a great job of clearing out what they can reach. So we're gonna head to the back where we've got the remaining, actually they're all gilts, some of them are too young to be bred yet, and we'll talk about what age we put them in when we get back there. Plus Molly's back there, who's just sitting for another couple days, then we'll put her back in with Phil. Let's go to the back and check them out. All right, head into the back of the meadow, what we call the meadow anyway, and you can see our 4 gilts. We've got Peggy, we've got Claire, we've got Connie, and over here laying down with her tongue out as usual is Molly. You coming to say hi, Molly? You coming to say hi? Yeah, you're gonna be heading back to a pen here in just a little while. So there's Molly, tongue out and everything. Connie and Claire are young, really starting to look good. Ooh, oh, she got a piece of mud stuck in her. But they're starting to look good. And Peggy's at an age, we talked about when we put pigs into breed, it's at least 16 months. We try to wait till 16 months. She is at that age, but she is just small. So we'll probably wait till she is 2 years. Definitely love the coloring of her. It's almost like a calico. She's got this ginger back here with this white coming through. So we're excited about her, but there's no need in rushing to get them into a breeding pen, because it is not good for them if they get bred when their structure isn't enough to handle a litter of piglets. So we've only got 4 back here. We had 10 back here not too long ago before we started moving them in with boars, and so it's kind of nice to only have 4. But you can see this area, a lot of grass, woods, their pigloos back there, and great shade all over the place. Water's up here, hose right there, everything we need is close. Well, you can see this is where they were, just the other side of the fence. And this was a big area. Obviously we had 10 piglets, or pigs. There were sows and gilts in here. I'm gonna go this direction because you can see what it looks like on the other side of the fence. So just a lot of underbrush, overgrowth here. And our goal is to continue expanding out into this and letting the pigs clear this out. You can look through here and see all this is cleared out. It looks fantastic. It's almost, I want to say, usable. We can run fences, whatever we need through there, and they have just done a great job. So I think this is a pretty good view. You can see the line. That's where pigs were. This is where we haven't had pigs yet. So we're going to continue. That's a job we're going to continue doing with these pigs, making this area usable in the future. I like to put them in here in the winter as well. Summer it's good because obviously we've got shade. Winter it's good because we get very wet, and whether they root or not, these pigs are going to mess up the pastures just from being heavy and their hooves digging in there. So it's nice to have them out here in the woods. I like it out here in the woods in the winter. So it was nice to get them off of here. They did their job there. I actually seen a pig up on a tree, its front hooves up, getting as high as it could to get the leaves off some of those branches. So now they don't have to reach as high. They've got a nice area in here where they can start clearing out. Obviously with 4 pigs in here, it's going to take a little bit longer to clear this out, but we'll keep them moving. I'm not too worried about them clearing out here because this is mostly pasture. But this was the last move we had. Got them all moved. We were pulling out the gilts to move to breeding pens, and these are the ones a little too young, except for Molly. She'll go back in there. Morning, Claire. How you doing? How you doing? Here's her sister, Connie. These came from my buddy in New Mexico. They're looking really good. We're excited to see how they'll turn out in the future. So we've got one more thing. I've tried to make this not long of a video for you guys. We're gonna head up to the farrowing barn. We've got 2 mamas that you haven't seen yet. Well, actually one is still a gilt. The other one's a sow, and they're mother and daughter. So let's go check out who we moved to the farrowing barn. All right, last stop. We did move piglets. Piglets were up behind the house. They're now alongside the barn here, which gives us easy access to water for them, which is super nice. And yes, I hate to lead you guys astray. I get this comment all the time when I say this. We know it is farrowing, not farrowing, but here at Casey Farms, it's the farrowing barn. So here we go. Who is in here? Well, we still got piglets sleeping. You've seen them. Here's Penny and her piglets sleeping. They've obviously had breakfast and they're good. So the other 2 mamas are in here, obviously outside. So let's jump outside the barn and see who we've got. One is actually due in 2 days, I believe. So we're gonna keep an eye on her. Here we go, here they are. This is one of our favorites, and we say that about a lot of pigs, so we've got a lot of favorites. This is Willow. Willow is our hose drinker. She has had some great litters, and she is the one that we know for sure is due here in a couple days. You can see there's no light underneath the tunnel there. So Willow is ready to have some piglets. We got her up here in time so we wouldn't have them out in the barns. And then we have her daughter. You guys have followed along. That is Willa Bean. I think you can kind of tell. Let me get back far enough so hopefully you can see them both. Yep, mother and daughter. So Willa Bean, we're not exactly sure on the date, but we know it's close to this one. So we moved her up here as well. You can see she has, this will be her first litter, so she's technically a gilt still. How you doing, Bean? How you doing? So 2 litters we're excited about. Now, Willa Bean was in the pen with Shiloh. Shiloh's the boar that we just let go to New Hampshire. Willow was in with her brother Ryder. So Ryder was the brother to Willow's boar, which was Shiloh. So Shiloh's no longer here. We probably won't keep a boar or anything, obviously, from these litters, just because we kept the dad. The brothers, I'm getting confused now. Hopefully you guys are straightening this out. But anyway, Willow is due, I believe, in a couple days. Willa Bean will not be far behind. So hopefully I got you guys all up to date on what has been going on. It was a fantastic week. Super nice to have family in town. We did hang out, go swimming, and do other things, but they were here at least 3 solid days. We were moving, mowing, getting everything cleaned up, getting everybody situated around so everything looks great. Obviously, we don't need to keep everything mowed. It just is what it is, but it just looks really nice, and it makes you proud of the farm you have. So it was nice to get the help to get that done. This week is butcher week. We've got chickens coming, our last batch of Cornish cross chickens. I'll be butchering as well. So this week, that stuff could not have happened. So it was nice to get it done last week. So thank you, Mom, Norm, Uncle Ken, as always, for coming down, helping. And we just had a great time. So if you guys enjoy piglets, we've got piglets coming. It'll be exciting, maybe even next video, I don't know. You know that we've missed our last 2 litters in this late summer litter season. So hopefully we can catch a litter for you guys on video, but it might be hard with all the butchering going on this week. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week. Appreciate you following along. Don't forget to make the change, and we'll see you guys on the next video.